Okay, so we are omnipresent now. We are live on Instagram, right, Christian?
Yes, sir.
We're live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. Super, super awesome. I actually just got a notification on my iPad. So just giving you guys a little bit of a lesson on the subject of omnipresent. It is possible in today's world with just the devices that we have in our hands. I also have Mr. Phoenix here recording with his camera. And we are being omnipresent. And at the same time, you know what's going to happen with this, because I have good audio being recorded. I have good audio being recorded on my shirt, as you can see here with this thing. I'm going to be getting this particular audio into my podcast. So you might be listening to this on my podcast, which is called the Facebook Marketing Ninja. Here's a plug. Make sure you follow it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you are listening to it, because I'm pumping out great content on that particular platform. So that's the Facebook Marketing Ninja podcast. Today, we're going to talk about a very unique subject, and it is the subject of, should I do Shopify or should I do Amazon? Where do I start? All right. So one thing that we'll do right now here, John, is it possible that you can leave that running, open up that door, and go tell the team that they need to let John know to notify our guys that we are live on Facebook?
Okay.
That's all they got to do. We got to send out a notification so they can join us, all right? So we're going to have some more people joining on Facebook. So everybody should know that. Facebook doesn't do a great job of letting everybody know that I'm live. I have a bunch of followers, but only a few of you guys get notified, even though a lot of you guys need to get notified, because it's important data that we're going to cover for all of you guys in today's environment, all right? The question that I am getting all the time right now is there's a lot of people right now that are starting their online business. They're starting their e-commerce because they have no choice. Why? Because retail has been suffering. As we all know, the world is a different world. A lot of these places are shutting down. We have places like historical retail shops like Nordstrom that are losing stores. They're losing positioning. We have JCPenney bankruptcies. We have, like, the list goes on and on, right? And it's inevitable. It's going to happen because we are in a new world. Now, what's happening today in today's environment, guys, is something that was going to happen regardless. And again, if you guys are joining us on YouTube, if you're joining us on Facebook, on Instagram, I want to thank you guys for being here. We're talking today about the subject of Shopify versus Amazon. I'm a big fan of both, and I'm going to tell you what my opinion is on how you need to go about getting your own business started, or where you need to pay attention to your existing product line, all right? It's a very different world. What was going to happen in 20 years, what was going to happen in 10 years is happening in a year or less, which is a massive acceleration of the online world. This massive acceleration was already on its way. And because it was already on its way, I was already moving forward with it, because I don't know if you guys have seen any of my webinars or any of my content. I'm a big fan of writing existing waves. I do not create opportunities. I just basically leverage them. I have to find out where the opportunity is, and I jump all over it, because I know that opportunity is going to happen whether I want it to happen or not. A smart marketer, by definition, is somebody that knows how to find these opportunities and jump on them. What I like to call riding waves. Facebook has given us a massive wave. And right now, this wave has gotten even larger. If you guys have noticed, the stock market, which has been going downtrend, which has gone in the wrong direction in the last couple of months, it's kind of weird, right? Because it bounced back and then it went down, and all these things are happening. It's illogical. Business is not operating. Retail shops are closed. They've been closed for a long time. We cannot sell products like we used to. We don't have any public events happening. And all these things are happening in today's world that are different to how we were operating a year ago. So in my case, I am seeing more business than ever. Why am I seeing more business than ever? Because there's been a massive acceleration in the e-commerce world. Enormous, right? So that means that you're going to be on one of the two sides here. There's only two sides. You either complain and cry about it and say that the COVID-19 and the world is out there to get you and you're going to miss out on having a successful business, or you get excited about the opportunity to jump on social media marketing, on online marketing, on building an e-commerce platform that's going to help you grow with time. Keep this in mind. When you look at the positives of it and what's going on today, guys, when you look at what's going on today, I want to make sure that you guys recognize the pros in this world. We could easily be going through COVID-19 in 1990 without the internet. Imagine that. Imagine us having to be in homes, in houses, in buildings without having the opportunity to go anywhere out. You cannot go to a beach, you cannot go to a mall, you cannot go to a movies, you cannot go anywhere. You don't have a cell phone, you don't have the internet, you don't have any of that stuff. So you gotta stop complaining about the existing world and looking at all the pros about what this world has given you. This world, which is a COVID-19 world, whether you want to or not, has basically made the internet that much more important. That's basically what we have going on, right? So what do? If you have an online business, if you have products already, or if you have to create your online business because you don't have a choice. Let's say that you had a spot at the shopping mall and you were selling boots, or you were selling blankets, or you were selling sheets or clothes or shoes or whatever that is. Well, you got no choice if you want to make it but go online, because we still have a long path towards retail recovery. And here's a little shocking fact: it might never recover. That's a reality. It's been an acceleration, it might never come back. So if you are trying to decide whether you start on Shopify or you start on Amazon, here's my take on it. Amazon has won the internet world. That's just the way it is, right? They won the game. They have more traffic than any other organization has ever dreamed of having. They have more buyers than any other organization ever thought they could possibly have. These particular companies that are trying to compete with Amazon, for example, you have your Shopify's, the Magento, the WooCommerce, the BigCommerce, the OpenCarts, etc. They don't own that traffic, right? Amazon is a search engine. Amazon already has over 100 million monthly unique Amazon Prime members in the US. These are people that are already there looking for products to purchase. You tell me something. Those of you guys that are here, if you can tell me what your thoughts are on this question, I'll answer this particular question that I've been getting with another question. Where do you have more potential to grow right away? On a place that already has 100 million monthly buyers just in the US, expanding into other marketplaces like Europe, like Canada, like Mexico, like Asia, like all over the place, or building your own Shopify channel from scratch, from the top, from the bottom, all the way down, all the way up, and trying to create your own traffic. When Amazon has the traffic, you don't have any traffic. What do you guys think? What is the actual fastest path to expansion? Is it the most profitable one? Heck no. Amazon keeps a big piece of the pie, and that's all part of the equation. So you gotta know that that's a fact. So for example, in my case, my beginnings as an entrepreneur, if you guys have followed me for a while, if you know what I do and what I've been doing for all the last 10 years or so, going from bankruptcy and having nothing to where I'm at today, my beginnings are in Amazon. So I owe Amazon a big debt. Why? Because the way that it began for me was I got nothing to my name. I got basically no careers. I got no degrees. I got no money whatsoever. The only thing that I have is the internet and a cell phone signal. And I can get myself educated on the subject of marketing. And I can study and I can understand Facebook advertising when nobody even knew what the word Facebook advertising meant. And I can actually look at Amazon and understand how to create my own brand and get accumulation of knowledge. What that did was that it presented to me an opportunity. That opportunity was the following. I had a friend, very close friend, who's still with me. He's one of my partners. His name is Ernesto. We used to work together on a nonprofit organization. And at that point, I have 3 children and I didn't know what the heck to do with myself. And I saw him every single weekend trying to make extra money. He was taking bed sheets on consignment, and he was getting on the road on his truck, and he was putting them on his pickup truck, and he was getting on different corners of different cities, and he was putting a tent and putting a banner, and he was selling bed sheets for $20. Consignment. He pays $11 for them, he sells them for $20, profitable, right? Great money. When I saw that happening, I looked at him and I said, Ernesto, I have been learning about this thing called Amazon Prime and about the ability of you being your own fulfilled by Prime brand. And all we gotta do is send inventory to Amazon, and Amazon does the rest. And let me tell you something. People don't even know they're buying from mom and pop shops like you and me. They don't even know that they're buying from regular Joes. And they think they're buying from Amazon. I think it's an opportunity. And he said, well, I don't even know how to type on a computer, but let's figure it out. Let's go. So I grabbed that consignment bedsheet that he had, and I started putting it on Amazon. Again, $0 in investment, $40 a month for what is an Amazon professional account. All right, $40. I don't know if they changed that price over the years. And I was able to get those products, create a title, take some pictures, put a description, and put it up for sale on Amazon. And when nobody was doing this enough, I was able to actually start getting some sales. Now, imagine me not having that opportunity, and I have to go and build my own Shopify, right? So again, I'm a big fan of Shopify, and I'll explain to you what my thoughts is or on when does this fit in. But when you start with Shopify, you have to, number one, accumulate knowledge about Shopify, how to work on the platform, how to design it. You don't have the simplicity of Amazon of creating a listing, adding an image, adding a description, and off you go. On Shopify, you got to understand how to build a website. Granted, it is extremely simple to utilize. Very, very simple to plug and play and click and drag and drop, etc. But still, you got to understand the basics of how to build a website. It's going to cost you $30 a month, which is similar to the Amazon Pro account. That is a basic package. And you have to, and this is where the problem becomes a big one. You have to control your own traffic. You do not have 100 million unique monthly buyers on the US. You do not have 1 million unique buyers. You don't have 1,000 unique buyers. You don't have anything, especially if you're starting from scratch. So if you have your own Shopify brand, you have to create your own traffic. And creating your own traffic is a process, which means that you have to be able to advertise, which now means that you need to be able to learn social media marketing. Well, good news is that you have people like me teaching you about social media marketing, but still means that you need some advertising dollars. Because if you don't have advertising dollars, you cannot manipulate traffic on social media. Facebook is no longer an organic traffic engine. It's not going to give you traffic for free. Facebook will not send traffic to your listings on Shopify just because you have a cool brand. They don't care if your products are good, if they help people. Nobody cares. What you need to do is understand that it's two different directions. One of them is a longer path, way more profitable, and that's Shopify. That's your own e-commerce. The other one is a cash machine. It is an engine to produce revenue now. You want cash right now? You want to generate some income so you can now bootstrap yourself and grow your own brand on social media? Amazon is a no-brainer here. And again, I am not an Amazon spokesperson. I'm telling you things exactly as they are. I'm telling you because this has been my roadmap. I started with Amazon before we had a brand on social media. I boomed it. That brand, which was a brand called Cozy House Collection, which I sold a couple of years ago, COSY Collection, Cozy House Collection. This brand, within a year and a half, was already selling $600,000 a month on Amazon. Is that possible to do on Shopify? Heck no, unless you have a lot of capital to advertise. In order for me to sell, to give you guys an idea, right? If you are a marketer, that you're a ninja, somebody that AGM should hire, because I'm always looking for ninja. If you are a marketer, right, and you're really good at it, if you invest $1 in advertising and you get $3 to $4 back, you are a rock star. Imagine that. $600,000 in sales on Shopify will require a minimum of $150,000 in advertising spend. Now let me ask you something. Does any of you guys have $150,000 sitting down in your bank account ready to advertise? You get the idea, right? When you go to Amazon, you don't need to go that aggressive on that channel. You do not need to do that, right? You need to just basically focus on creating your listing, making it pretty, having a nice title, finding a good competitive market, right? Knowing how to position your products correctly. You need to understand PPC, which is pay-per-click on Amazon, so you understand how to get that product seen by more people. You need to understand how to optimize. You need to understand how to get ranking. But the process is way simpler. That's why one of my very good friends and one of my mentors, his name is Ben Cummings. He's somebody that I followed for many, many years, and then I became a really, really close friend of his. He calls Amazon the world's most perfect business. And I agree with that because it requires less of your time, less of your skill. You still have to put in the energy. But if you're gonna make it on Shopify, all right, I wanna set the expectations correctly, guys. It's important for you guys to know and to understand what it really takes to succeed in the e-commerce Shopify world. No matter if it's WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Magento, it applies 100% to all of that. If you're gonna go on that route, I support you. But I want you to know that it's much more difficult and it requires much more energy and much more ninja along the way. You gotta become an expert social media marketer. You gotta know how to create content. You gotta know how to make your product look sexy so you can stand above the crowd and have people interested and jump off Facebook, jump off Instagram and visit your website. And once they land on your website, you gotta make them trust you. Why? Because on your website, there's no Amazon brand there. People trust Amazon. They don't trust you. They will trust you if you have built a brand. Right now, we have a brand called 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡, which is a brand that I created in the United States with my dad. Actually, I'm not going to take credit for the creation of the brand. That's my dad. I'm the marketer for it, and I co-own the business in the United States. My dad, my wife, and myself. And we started by doing Amazon. We boomed Amazon in a big way. We used a lot of that cash, and we built social media. And now we made my father an international social media rock star. And because of that, when people land on our website, which is us.naturalslim.com. We have an international brand, but in the US, us.naturalslim.com, people go in there and they trust us. They can buy things from us because we've done a good enough job of making our brand look reliable, of making our brand stand out in social media. But if we hadn't gone through the route of investing in top of the funnel branding, video watchers, positioning, making people see the content, consume the content, engage with us, visit our page, generate leads, that ninja marketing process, I'm sorry guys, people are simply not going to trust you. And if they don't trust you, they're gonna land on your website and they're not gonna convert. And if they don't convert, you lose money. And then you're gonna come back to me and tell me, Manuel, I have a 0.000001 conversion rate on my website. And I'm struggling because I already spent $1,000 in ads and I generated $2 in sales. That is the route. And that's why you guys need to know what direction you need to take in order for you to get on the roadmap to building a successful online business. Amazon takes the cake when it comes to starting. Shopify, e-commerce takes the cake when it comes to profit and building a long-term brand that you can delegate, that you can give away, that you can pass on to generations, to your family, to your children, and leave it in there for generations to come. So you gotta understand that. Amazon for the now, Shopify and e-commerce for the future. If you focus on that, you can win this game, but you have to travel the road right now. One more thing that I'll tell you guys, Amazon is responsible for over 50 cents of every dollar spent on the internet in the United States. And because of that, you guys gotta know that they have a humongous piece of the pie already. And it's all about you figuring out how you can get in there so you can get a little piece of that pie that Amazon already controls. All right. Christian, do you have any questions on Instagram?
I got a commenter just saying that he said he's pissed off about how much Amazon takes on the sales value.
I'm not. I'm happy about it. They build a business. I don't get pissed off with Amazon. I am grateful, guys. I don't complain. About what Amazon keeps. They built the business, guys. If they gave us a platform, why would you complain about it? They gave us a platform to reach millions of people. No reason to complain. So Jazz said that's true. People normally don't buy something. I want to check over here on Facebook. And let's see what else we got. Stuart says, true, it's a process to build up, but Shopify is very powerful as well. I like what he's saying about playing both sides. Amazon first and build up Shopify slowly but surely nicely. Okay, good. Good job, man. All right, what else we got? Shopify can ship into that little by little. You got it. Yeah, one thing that we're trying on every single brand that we do is that we try to get to a point in which we're doing 1 and 1. $1 on Shopify, $1 on Amazon. If we're doing that and then eventually 1 to 2, $1 on Amazon, $2 on Shopify, then we're winning. Okay, let's see. Tag says on YouTube, yes, he shares great knowledge. Great. Rajan said, just completed your course. That was amazing. Great. Thank you, Rajan. Appreciate that very much. Racine says Shopify. Tag says, I've been wasting almost $500 on Facebook ads with break-even profit. I'm sorry about that. You probably are violating the top of the funnel formula that we put in place, which you have to get people to see your content first before you make them offers. And if you fix that, you'll be able to make profitable numbers. All right, that's the way it works. Okay, guys, so that's it. Hope that you guys enjoyed this content. Hope they provided value, that you have it. Shopify takes the profit cake. Amazon takes the speed cake. You can do it now, and you can use that money to be able to grow your business and invest more in your e-commerce along the way. All right, talk to you guys next time.